Hey bunnies, first of all, yes, I'm using a different lens, and two, yes, this is my real hair. Hey bunnies, for today's video, we are going to be doing this hair tutorial. Yeah, I'm going to show you how I quickly made this wig in 1 hour, okay? And it is a full frontal lace wig, 3 bundles, 16, 18, and 20 inches. Super full, stiff wear, yes. And off the 3 bundles, this is what we have left off these 16, which you could easily, you know, find some room and squeeze it in there and then just like, you know, layer it up really nicely or whatever the case is. But I decided not to do that and just keep what I have going on right here. Again, this is 16, 18, and 20 inches, and the frontal is 12 inches. The hair comes to us from Beauty Elements, which has been featured on this channel multiple times. Now, what makes this video so different is that this hair was given to me to provide you with this video. So if you want to see how I made this wig, how to easily make your own wig at home, how to DIY your own lace frontal wig, keep on watching. Okay, so before you begin, you're going to need a few things. My canvas blockhead is what I prefer to use instead of the styrofoam one, the white ones that you get at a beauty supply store for like $3. Those are way too small for pretty much any human-sized head. So go on Amazon. Some beauty supply stores, they do start selling the canvas blockheads now, but I did get mine from Amazon. I don't remember the price, but I'll leave it down below. This is 22 inches. It also comes in 21, 23, I believe smaller and larger as well. So just measure your head or just do a rough estimate. I did an estimate. The average head size is 22 to 23 inches. So I went with a 22 because I do make wigs for other people as well. Depending on how big their head is, depends on how far I will stretch my wig cap. Now, this wig that I'm about to make is for my personal use, so I'm not doing it typically how I would do it for a client. So this is going to be how to make the quickest lace front wig you've ever made. Especially if you're a beginner, this is going to be just for you. You are going to need thread, a needle. Let's see if we can focus on that. There we go. A needle, a pair of scissors, wig pins, T-pins as they are so called, a spandex wig cap. This is the cap that the glue is going to adhere to. You cannot use the crochet caps. You cannot use a regular stocking cap because the heat will melt the stocking. The spandex cap is preferred. Lastly, you're going to need a glue gun and glue sticks. I got both of these from my local Walmart. I believe I paid like between $10 and $15 for the glue gun, and it did come with some glue sticks. And then I got these, the Gorilla Glue, you know, they're supposed to be like extra strong, extra or whatever. And most important, you're going to need some hair. Now the hair that we are using comes to us from Bijoux, aka Beauty Elements, and you guys have seen this company on my channel many a times before. This is their soprano Brazilian virgin hair in, what is this, in Kinky curl. All right, it comes in lengths 16, 18, and 20 inches. I know the glare is like preventing you from really seeing it, but that's it there. There we go. And I also got a frontal to go with it. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is apply the stocking cap, the wig cap. Now when it starts to group like this is where I'll stretch it all the way down, and I will put wig pins to hold this down so that it's nice and smooth and flat, especially if you're making this for somebody with a larger head size, if you don't have a larger block head. So this is the frontal hair. Like I said, it is a 13x4. This is fresh out of the package, has not been bleached, has not been dyed, has not been done anything to. Now, like I said, this is a beginner friendly wig, so I will not be bleaching the knots off this wig right now anyways. We're just gonna leave it as is and begin. See these parts right here? You want to make sure that they lay flat on the head. So you want to stretch, but reach from one side of the cap to the other side of the cap, making sure that the band across here is completely flat on the mannequin head. You don't want the back to be wobbly. Don't worry about the lace in the front. That is perfectly fine. The most important thing is right here. Make sure that this part lays flat right across the head, okay? So bring it as far forward as you need to. The more forward, the better, right? And you grab your wig pins and you tack it down. And this is where the sewing comes in. Okay, here we go. Tack down the middle. And again, make sure that it's nice and flat. And then you just go ahead and sew along the line. Sew along. Let's pick her back up. Sew along. Can you see? Sew along right there. Sew along the line. Sew all the way across. So let's sew that down and get back to it. Now, if you noticed when I was sewing, I don't know how well you could see, I did it pretty far apart, the knots. So I'm going to just go over it one more time in between the spaces that are there, just so that it's nice and tight and secure.
Is on the beat.
Last one. We're gonna wrap the thread like 3-4 times just so it makes a nice tight knot. And then after that, we're still gonna cut it and then tie it again just to make sure that it's secure. So that's 1, 2, let's do a third one, 3. Now this frontal is going nowhere. And like I said, this is for me, so it's not as nice and neat and perfect as I would do it for someone else. And this video is for your own personal use as well. So yeah, I wanna make sure that your gun is plugged in. Your gun should have been plugged in and getting nice and hot and warm. Nice and hot and warm, Lori, really? All right. So this is what the hair comes in. Let me say this plastic, because this plastic glare is blinding. So this is the bundle. This is how it comes. 100% virgin Remy human hair. All right. On the back, it shows you the other styles that it comes in: natural, body straight, kinky curls, what we have right now, and deep. All right, and then the lengths vary. You go to the local beauty supply store, you'll see all the different lengths. It is dyeable if you wanted to dye it, and it even tells you like the, you know, the volume, like what to get, what you'll get with each one. So yeah, that's nice and fun and informative. So we're gonna jump into it. Like I said, its lengths 16, 18, and 20 inches. It also comes with a circle top closure. So if you wanted to do something with bangs, you could easily do that. I've recently been doing bangs with frontals. That's been fun. So if you want to do that, you can. It makes it look nice and flat and natural. Now, when it comes to the hot glue gun, right? I like to cut my wefts. And I know that sounds crazy. This is how much 20 inch you get. I know that sounds crazy, but it makes the hair lay so flat when you cut them. And because you're hot gluing it, there is no crazy shedding going on from the cuttingness. So this is half of the 20 inch that we're using right now, which is like an arm's length. So with this, we are gonna have to, like, you know, do a little spacing. Make sure when it comes to your bundles, you have to know depending on the length, how much are you going to get, and how to position each track so that it fills up the entire head. Okay, one end to the next. Put a glue and put the hair immediately on it. If you wait to put the hair on the glue will dry before the hair touches it, and then it'll just start falling off. So put your glue and your track at the same time, pressing in ever so much. You can always fold the track when you're gluing when you get to the other end, but like I said, when you cut it, it makes it so much flatter. Like there's no bulkiness going on. So I think right here we're gonna stop and cut that. Another thing you can do, measure first and then cut. Measure, cut, and then glue. You feel me? So the next one will go like right there. Measure again. Measure twice, ladies. And again. And it's like a little arts and crafts project. Just know that you're gonna be like slayed at the end. You feel me? Okay, buns, we are done with the 20 and the 18 inch, and this is how much it has given, or it has done on the cap. This is the space that we have left, and we are going to install the 16 inch in that space. Now, instead of going in a U shape like you can see, which we have done all the way up, a U shape all the way, I'm going to do straight across with the 16. Let me focus the camera a little bit because it's looking very, oh, there we go, perfect. I hope it wasn't autofocus this whole time because I would just cry. All right, so like I said, the 18 and 20 are in. We are now going to do the 16 straight across, and we're going to do the measure and cut and glue. So measure, and the 16 we have a good amount, so we can do it pretty close, still not too close, but close enough. Remember, put it right away because you don't want it to dry and it doesn't adhere. It's gonna be easier for you at home because you don't have to worry about a camera focusing, but yeah, that's the gist of it there. And we're just gonna keep doing that across until we get to the top of the frontal. And this literally took us like an hour to do. So if you have somewhere to go tonight, here you go. Or this weekend or whatever, and you know, you just wanna run to the beauty supply store, get some hair, something not too expensive, but still good quality. This is it. And like I said, it comes in like 5-6 different textures. So if this curl is too tight for you, they have looser curls, they have straight hair. You have options, sis. It's just like a man, you don't have to settle for the first one that you see.
Xs on the beat.
And then you don't want to glue down the frontal either, just in case you need to replace the frontal itself. So don't try not to get glue on the frontal. Try not to glue the frontal down. Like if you get glue on there, you know, it is what it is. But try to not glue the frontal itself down, just in case you need to replace it, because frontals only last but so long. This is what we have left over from the 16-inch. It's like 3 little things, 3, yeah. And if you want, you can go through, see where there's extra space and just put it. I think I'm gonna leave it just like this. So when you're done, just run your fingers through any excess hair that's coming off. Let it get off from where you cut. So what I'm gonna do now is flip her inside out. You see this excess right here? We're gonna cut all of that off. All right? So right up to where you sew down the frontal is where you're gonna cut. Not the threads itself, because you don't want the frontal to fall off. You don't wanna put in all that work sewing it down, only to cut it off in the end. So begin cutting the extra cap out. All right, there it is. There that is, frontal, wig in the back. Now what you do is fit her on, cut the lace, all that good stuff. I'm gonna do that right now, and I'll be right back to show you the creation. All right, bunnies, and that is the end of the video. If you made it all the way to the end, comment down below and say I'm here, because you guys will now be able to enter before everybody else next week to win this hair. Not this one that I'm wearing on my head, but you're gonna get your own packs of hair with the frontal, the same length and everything, the same curl. If you love this hair, go and find Beauty Elements on YouTube. Matter of fact, I'll make it easy for you. I'll link them down in the description bar. Subscribe to them here on YouTube. When you do that, you are partially entered in the contest / giveaway for this hair. Next week is when I'm gonna show you how I styled this hair, what I did to achieve these curls, and I'm gonna tell you how you're gonna win the hair. But if you made it this far in this video, you're already ahead of the game. You already know what's gonna happen, so that you can come back next week and we can win some bundles, sis. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, peace sign and kissy face. Bye.